I think 8th graders, let's do this. Can you please be 2 seats apart from one another? Okay, so you may be wherever you would like to be in the center and front parts. Let's stay out of the back 2 sections because there's plenty of room. Please be 2 seats apart from the next human. We do have some families joining us today, so we want to give them space. I'm sorry. Eighth graders, sorry, quick change of plans. We'd like you to be in these 3 front sections, 2 seats apart, okay? We're really just sorry, we've never done it like this before, guys, so we just want to make sure we have a good audience and that we're being safe with COVID. So any of the front sections, 2 seats apart. Give your advisor a little wave so that they can take roll, and we'll get started in a second. Great. Sophia, if you'll go one more, my friend. We're trying to get at least 2 seats between every human. And still be in these front sections so that we can be a good audience for our peers here and hear everybody well. Fantastic. Great. Fantastic. Got the thumbs up from Mr. Denton. All right. Friends, welcome. We are so excited to be here for the first set of convocation speeches that we have been able to do in 2 years with a live audience and having our entire middle school community together. Our 6th and 7th graders are watching from their advisory locations. I'm hoping you all can hear us and see us well. I just wanted to start off by seeing if there are any announcements from faculty, and I know we have one student announcement. Ms. Chernette, if you want to come on up so that we can hear you up here, friend.
Is it? Okay. Hi. Okay, so as y'all know, the coin drive was held before winter break, and it was really successful. All of the money will be donated to Embracing Hope Ethiopia. It's just an organization that helps families in Ethiopia. So I think the outcome, like who won, was pretty obvious, but I'll announce each thing one by one. 7th grade raised $34.12. 8th grade raised $82.31. And 6th grade raised $130.27. So the total is $246.70, and I think that's pretty good. Like, yeah. 6th grade will receive their donuts during lunch tomorrow, right? Yeah. Yes. Okay. But I'll also be sending out a form to those who dislike donuts or just aren't able to eat them with other options like candy. Yeah. Okay.
Abby, thank you so much. And it's a perfect segue because this was Abby's seminar project to raise money for Embracing Hope Ethiopia. So thank you for being a part of that with her. So 6th graders, hope you heard, come leave a little room after lunch tomorrow for donuts. She will have them for you for winning the coin drive. So thank you for participating so enthusiastically in that. So we are ready to begin, friends. Welcome to the 21-22 Voice and Vision Seminar speeches. This is an annual tradition for about the past 6 years that we have had this type of capstone leadership program in our middle school that all of our 8th graders participate in. And the goal is that they create something real for someone real. It is an authentic learning experience where they are creating something for someone else. And half of our students have done it this fall and are completing their journey right now, and they are about to tell you about what they've created and how it went. And then the other half of our students, as you know, will be doing it this spring and have just started their seminar journey. So we ask you, audience members, wherever you are, to please give your full attention and respectful listening to our 8th graders. They've been working very hard. This can be a nerve-wracking moment coming up to speak for 3 to 5 minutes in front of about 200 to 300 people, whether it's online or in person. That takes a lot of courage, and we thank you for giving, as always, your kind encouragement. You may certainly clap enthusiastically after each of our speeches. We welcome our families, some of them at home and some of them in person. Thank you for making the time to be here. We're really excited that you can be here for the first time in 2 years to actually see live speeches. So without further ado, Nissa, Lucy, Ayla, and Hajra. Nissa, you are up first.
Good morning, families, students, and faculty. My name is Nissa Ashraf, and my seminar project is creating a Garban night at Bryn Mawr. Okay. Okay.
Hi, my name is Lucy Lee, and for my Voice and Vision project, I focused on how baking can affect your mental health. I held a virtual bake class to teach people how to bake and how it can affect your mental health. In the virtual class, we made chocolate peppermint cookies. This helped participants learn a new recipe and had many mental health tips to go along with it. For example, I learned how aromas can help calm people down and how scents like citrus, peppermint, or lavender in your recipes have a huge effect on your stress levels. When the cookies were baking, I asked how participants thought this helped them calm their nerves before midterms. They said that the smell of peppermint was very calming, following a recipe made them feel in control, and how having a product made them feel satisfied. During COVID, mental health was affected a lot. I talked to Dr. Sharia Hessler. She's the founder and director of the Mindset Center and focuses on anxiety disorders, attention disorders, and depression. She is also the author to the book Bianca Finds Her Bounce, about how Bianca must fight worries in her head to get her bounce back. In an interview, she said that everybody has experienced loss during COVID, and that made a lot of people stressed, including me. With all this free time I suddenly had, I decided to bake. Baking helped relieve my stress, and it was fun. When I was picking my topic, I wanted to pick something that I was genuinely interested in. For a long time, I had no clue what my project would be. Then I remembered how much my grandma had struggled during COVID. She lived alone and was very lonely living alone in California. That's when I decided to center my project around helping people's mental health. Mental health is something that everybody struggles with. I did my project a week before exams because I knew how stressful they could be. When researching mental health in baking, I found a lot of positive evidence. In the Journal of Positive Psychology, scientists followed 658 people for about 2 weeks and found that doing small everyday things like cooking and baking made the group feel more enthusiastic about their pursuits the next day. I was also thinking how to stay safe while doing this. Doing it on Zoom helped do it in a way that was with people they loved and keeping everybody safe. Doing things like baking and cooking with friends can help you feel joy and relax. I've gained many skills throughout this project. I learned how to put on an event that works for everybody and also be aware of making this easy to follow. I've learned many valuable lessons in the duration. In class, we also thought about some questions, including what I can learn about young people making a difference. I've learned that anybody can make a difference, and a difference can look like many things. It doesn't have to be a huge event that raises tons of money, but it can be something small that helps the community around you. Something I would have done differently next time is to have people invite family and friends. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.
Thank you, Lucy, for your extraordinary speech and all of your excellent work this year in seminar, and for getting us started on a really great track. Next up, we have Ayla.
Good morning and hello. My name is Ayla Matthew and my seminar project was Diversifying Bryn Mawr's Edith Hamilton Library. For seminar class, we have to create something real for someone real, and while I now have this project I am passionate about, I didn't start with this idea. Throughout the first few classes of seminar, we answered questions about ourselves, such as things we enjoyed doing and what we are passionate about. I noticed one common theme. Every single one of my answers included either something about books or diversity. For example, one of the questions was, name things you love doing. My answer, reading. Name things you would like to learn more about. POC woman in literature. Name things that bug you about the world. Lack of diversity and inequality. And this one's my favorite. The question was, if you didn't have to go to school, name what you might spend your time doing. My answer, read a lot more. I have always been a bookworm. This is my bookshelf at home. Those who know me know I may talk about books just a smidge excessively. For example, I have taken my book to dinner and finished reading it at the table while my food got cold, knowingly, and then I proceeded to throw my book across the room because of the cliffhanger, and I still haven't reached the second book, by the way. While this wasn't very productive, it did contribute to my seminar project. While the book I was reading was very enjoyable, one thing it didn't have, though, was diversity. Every character in that book was white, and as a minority, I could not see myself in these characters. This is a common theme throughout a lot of the books I've read. Through my research, I learned shocking statistics about diversity. While I was previously aware of the lack of diversity in literature, I didn't realize how few books are diverse. In 2018, a study was done by the Cooperative Children's Book Center, a library at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, researching the percentage of children's books published in the United States that features main characters who are people of color. Only 11% featured main characters who were African or African American, about 9% were Asian Americans or Pacific Islanders, 7% featured Latinx main characters, and only 1% featured Native people. Through the bad, though, I also learned the good. For example, we need diverse books as a nonprofit organization that aims to create a world in which all children can see themselves in the page through a book. They have created programs celebrating diverse books. They've mentored diverse artists and writers, support diverse publishers, as well as providing books for classrooms. Through my research and personal experience, I decided on my project, creating a display featuring diverse books. This display includes books I added to the library as well as books already in the library catalog. For example, Legend Born by Tracy Dion is a modern retelling of King Arthur, following a young black girl, and while slavery is mentioned in this book, it talks about the modern day effects of slavery, and I still feel connected to it as a black person. In creating this project, I have researched many books and many reviews, and through seminar, I also learned how to interview people, leadership skills, and taking charge of my project myself and not having too much assistance. I had to reach out to people, find books on my own, and really create this on my own while still having support. So the display features 16 books featuring main characters from different ethnic, religious backgrounds, as well as sexualities. This is a screenshot from the Google Doc that will be sent out featuring all the books in my display, as books will be checked out so you can't always see them. I hope you will check out the display and maybe even read one of the books. I thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Ayla. This class is a leadership class, and one quality of leadership is being able to make a difference, being able to impact change, and that's exactly what you did through your project. Thank you. Next up, we have Hydra.
Good morning, I'm Hadra Awan, and this semester I took Voice and Vision Seminar. In this seminar, we create something real for someone real. We are encouraged to create something that we find interesting, something we think can help others. For my project, I'm focusing on cyberbullying and spreading awareness about it. Since I use the internet every day, and many others do as well in this room, spreading awareness about cyberbullying is very important. Social media has many benefits, but the downside it comes with can hurt people's lives. At the beginning of our class, I was struggling with finding a topic. I came up with some different ideas I wanted to start with, something related to the earth and weather, climate change. After doing some research, I realized that wasn't my exact definition of fun, and I felt bored doing the project. So I tried to think of something different. My mind came across social media. I use it every day, so I thought I would find something interesting off of it. After seeing many of my classmates' projects about mental health, I realized that many people's mental health gets affected by social media, and decided to start my topic on that. I came up with an idea to have different prongs on the topic. After doing much research, all articles came back to one major point: cyberbullying. According to stopbullying.gov, 95% of teens in the US are online, and about 37% of young people between the ages of 12 and 17 have been bullied online, which is why I chose my target audience to be Bryn Mawr middle schoolers. One of the hardest roadblocks in the way was figuring out how I wanted to present my project. The amount of variety there was to choose from was overwhelming, but my mind came across making a website. But with the little time I had left, I realized that it would be too time-consuming, so I decided to make a brochure or pamphlet. This was a better idea because I could put a lot of information together simply and more organized in a number of days. My pamphlet gives an introduction to mental health and on social media that goes back to my main topic on the back: cyberbullying. My next steps in my journey are to continue spreading awareness and continue distributing my pamphlet. Going through this class has taught me many life skills that are very important to me for entering the real world. One of the most important skills was being confident. Knowing that I have to be speaking at Convocation Wednesday was really scary to me, knowing well I could barely even speak in Harkness discussions. The first time we had to speak in class in front of adults was during our elevator speech. I realized that everything goes by really fast, and it is as scary as it would be. It really reduced my anxiety for this speech. Coming here and speaking really has shown me that public speaking isn't as scary as it seems to be. Thank you so much for listening to my seminar speech. It has been so fun for working on this project since the beginning of the year. I'm so thankful I had the experience. Thank you.
Awesome job. Thank you for choosing such a timely topic that I think impacts everyone in this room, because we all use our computers and our phones, and some of us may have even been victims of cyberbullying. So thank you for that informative speech and all of your hard work. Awesome. Mr. Denton, do we know if we're ready to move on? Thumbs up. Everybody.
Take two, okay. Good morning, families, students, and faculty. My name is Nissa Ashraf, and my seminar project is creating a Garba night at Bryn Mawr. Garba is the traditional Indian folk dance that originated in the state of Gujarat, India, and it is performed in a circle. The Indian community practices Garba for cultural and religious reasons. I've done some research to extend my knowledge about Garba and how it is performed. I have learned that Garba is free for anyone to participate respectfully in, and it is a colorful and vibrant dance. Garba originates from India, but it is performed all over the world. In fact, many high schools, colleges perform Garba. I have learned that the attire which women typically wear is called lenga cholis, which is a two-piece outfit, a blouse and a skirt, and men typically wear a kurta, which is a long tunic. I have seen Garba performed at nearby colleges, weddings, and in many places all over the world. Now here's the reason I chose to educate our community about Garba. In our Bryn Mawr community, I hardly see South Asian culture being represented in a powerful, positive way. So I decided to change that. As a first-generation brown girl living in the U.S., I have learned that in this country, brown women were often considered undesirable and not the beauty standard by society. As a child growing up in Baltimore, I was exposed to fair skin, light hair, and light eyes. That is what I was taught desirable was. When in reality, South Asian women are gorgeous and powerful. So what better way to share the beauty of South Asian women and culture than through the power of dance, food, friends, and family. So that is why I decided to host Bryn Mawr's first Garba night on April 22nd, 2022. I plan on having Bollywood and Garba music, traditional Indian foods such as pani puri, samosas, gulab jamun, and dandiyas, which are colorful wooden sticks held while dancing. When I first thought of this idea in the spring of 2021, I thought to myself, that's crazy, you can't host an event like this. Well, look, here we are in less than a year about to launch this event. While planning our Garba night, I learned how to work independently, talk to people outside of our school community, and how to work hard and how to manage my time. I hosted a lunch for South Asian girls to come and give me ideas for my event and the thoughts they had about the brown community at Bryn Mawr. I also chatted with Ms. Balcazar about ways I can make this event inclusive. Along the way, I have faced obstacles such as figuring out a location, the caterers, and how I'm going to publicize my event. I have learned that you don't need to be an adult to empower a community. As a 13-year-old girl, I have managed to educate and empower my friends, my teachers, and our community to learn and experience the beautiful history of South Asian dance and culture. With the help of Ms. Macumber and the Upper School South Asian Student Union, I was able to cover the price of catered food. At this point, I have created a flyer and found a restaurant to cater food and figured out a location for my event. If I were to expand the budget, I would have expanded the event to the tri-schools and enhanced the space by adding more decorations, more people, and more food. But alongside the troubles and successes, please come and gather at our Garba night on April 22nd, 2022. Thank you.
And take two was extraordinary, just like your project. I hope we're all putting April 22nd on our calendar to attend Mrs. Garba night. Thank you. Can we give all of our speakers one more round of applause? As Ms. Macumber said in the beginning, it takes a lot of courage to speak in front of an audience this large, because we also have all of middle school watching, we have friends and family watching at home, and I will say you all set the bar really, really, really high. And I know that all of our speakers that will be speaking after you will keep that bar just as high. So in recognition of all of your hard work, we have certificates for you. Nissa for Garba night. Lucy, the positive effects of baking on mental health. Ayla, diversifying the Edith Hamilton Library. And Hajra, cyberbullying. This concludes our first round of seminar speeches. We'll be right back here tomorrow for another set of compelling, extraordinary speeches. Thank you, 8th grade. Thank you, speakers.